Hi guys, my name is Kazuma Kuriyami. It's right me. It's me right over here, and I just wanted to show you guys my manga collection. Now, for my manga collection, I just wanted to tell you guys that for a long time, that you guys did not see me, I've been collecting all sorts of stuff, and one of the new stuff I've been collecting is actually manga. Now, I've been collecting many manga that's been from Japan. I love it when it's Japanese, and I just do it in order to collect. Now, I'll be showing you guys, my manga. I have a lot of it, but, I plan to get more in the future, so, you know, I hope that you guys get to enjoy this video, and forgive me if I'm unable to, fully tell the titles. I'm only taking specific manga. I can name a few of them, but I can't really name all of them. But, I do read these manga. I try to use the app, and I try to use the translation app, and that's how I'm able to enjoy these. But in terms of the translation of the name, I'm not really too sure. So I think it's better if I just don't butcher it. I could just describe the story and my experience reading it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, first of all, we're gonna go start with this. This is my favorite manga. This is actually Kaguya-sama. There's an anime about this. And this is one of the manga that I received from my friend. His name is James. If you're watching this, I just wanted to say thanks, bro. It's a good read. I really enjoy it, and it's fresh out of Japan, so it's really good. It's a good read. Next, I'm gonna go put this thing back there. Next thing I wanted to show is this one. I'm not too sure about the title, but when I read this is more of an adventure type of manga. It has a lot of action scenes and it's story about fighting, and it even has a bit of horror to it as well. And I could show you guys a bit of the phages going on, but I don't want to spoil too much. Overall, this is your run-in-the-middle action anime, and I only have chapter 13 as of now. The last time I checked, I know I have a bit more, but that usually depends. So, as of now, it's still a good read. I tried to do some research on this. I try to use the translation app, and I try to watch the anime, but let's just say that reading the manga and the anime are two different things, because if you try to read the manga, there are some scenes here that weren't adapted into the anime, so let's just say that the manga is very different. So okay, this is a good read as well, but I still prefer Kaguya. Like, I really enjoy this manga. It's just my personal bias. Alright, next, let's go for something interesting first. Now, I got this at a garage sale when I was buying some stuff, and this is actually one of a few of my English manga. So yes, Tsubasa chapter. It's made by Clamp, the same people who made Lelouch. I'm not sure what anime he's from, but it's freaking awesome. And correct me if I'm wrong, but currently Clamp is working on Card Fight Vanguard. They did Will Dress and Overdress as well. So they also had a former work before that. It's a previous work. It's called Tsubasa. I have chapter 24. I don't have the other details, but it's a pretty good manga. It's also an action shonen anime, so if you're looking for something to read, I would recommend reading Tsubasa as well. Sorry about the loud noise, I'm just doing this video outside, so, if you want something that's a bit of shonen or anime, I would give Tsubasa a read over this one. Like, this one's good, but I still like Tsubasa. Okay, so the next one I want to talk about is, let's see, these three. All these three manga are actually correlated. I got this in the sale. I got all three. I got chapter 3, 4, and 5. I wasn't able to get 1 and 2 though, so maybe in the future I'll try to buy 1 and 2 if I can find it. I'm trying to search online so I could complete my set. Now, this anime or manga is called Girl Meets Girl. It's actually a LGBT trans manga, and it's about boy turning into a girl, but the boy here is actually started off straight and he later turns into a girl. Now, for me, for my personal opinion, because I watched the anime first before I read the manga, and I already finished all these three. Like, there were some differences from the anime adaptation and the manga adaptation. Now, for me, I just gave it a shot because I like experimental ideas. Like, I'm a philosophy type of person. I like the idea of gender stereotypes or experiments running wild. Now, for me, I would just give this an 8 out of 10. It's a good read, but there's some stuff here that don't really make it my way. Like, why does the body or the gender change the person feels or thinks? Like, I don't know. The last time I checked, it's just a physical thing. I'm pretty sure that the soul or the likes shouldn't change, but that's just my opinion, because if I were the main character, if I were the one in this manga, I'm pretty sure I would still dress up the way I do, aside from having a female body, if that were able or whatever to happen to me. Like, if I were to get isekai'd into a different universe and I accidentally turn into a freaking girl, I wouldn't change the way I fight or do things. Like, I don't know, I'll probably be like Muzan from Demon Slayer, in which male, female, child, I don't care. I would still pretty much be me. Like, nothing's gonna change. But overall, I know it's not really the premise, so it's still a good read. I'll give it around 8 out of 10. I still prefer Tsubasa though. Tsubasa's legit. Okay, let's go to this one. This one's also a good read. It's more or less a romance anime the last time I read it. Now, I don't want to butcher the name because I'm not really good with this. It says here, Tomochika Miyano. Now, like I said, I don't really know much about this manga. I haven't fully read it yet, but it's part of my collection because my friends told me to give it a shot. I have a friend named Shin. Shin, if you're watching this from Japan, like, just wanted to say hi. Now, I have friends in Japan as well, not just Shin, and they usually give me some recommendations on which one to read for manga, so should I go for this? Now, let's go to my other manga that's English, which is this, Pokemon, the movie White, Victinity and Zekrom. Now, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. I love Pokemon White. I really love Pokemon White. I love Zekrom. I don't know about it, but I love Zekrom a lot more than Reshiram sometimes, but this manga is legit. This is adapted from the movie, so you could say so itself. And when I had experience with this manga, like, the moment I saw this on shelf being sold for a low price, I immediately got it. Like, this has been in my manga collection for a long time, and for me, it's a must read. I think I like this more than Tsubasa. Like, for me, I love this more than Tsubasa. So, yes. Next, for this one. This one's a bit of a magical girl anime, and correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm butchering things, you guys can tell me in the comment section. I'm just trying to be honest. And it's a good read, but it's not so much of my style. I haven't fully finished this manga yet, but the designs are pretty good. And I've also heard that there might be a few video games that are adapted or anime that's adapted from this. So, yes. Next, Blood. Now, this is another famous one that's nearly as good as Kaguya-sama, and when I read this is a really good manga. I read this with a translation because I don't fully understand Japanese, but some of it I do understand, so this is really good. That's all I'm gonna say, because I've watched the anime first before I read this, but I heard that people told me that the manga is a bit different and it's a bit better, so that's what I did. I bought it. I bought the original Japanese version because I really love buying Japanese stuff. I have huge interest in stuff that's been in Japan for a long time, so I usually go for the original source material. Okay, let's go. For this one, I haven't read it yet. It's a bit of a slightly, let's just say that there's some sexual stuff here, but it's pretty good. It has a bit of ecchi in it, but yeah, it's still action and a bit of horror, so I haven't finished this one yet, but I would still say it's a good read because I did read parts of it. I'll tell you guys what happens in the future when I fully finish it. Haven't finished this one as well. This one's related to this. It's the same one. This one's just chapter 7. This one's chapter 12. Next is for this anime. Oh, wait. No. This is the same. I'm sorry. This is also related. Chapter 8. Now, I haven't fully... Okay, I haven't even started this. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't fully started this yet. But, yeah. I already finished this. No, not finished. I read part of this. I haven't started this, but I know it's good. I also have part 5. This one's pretty good too, but I haven't started it. I started with 12 because it had an interesting cover. I know I'm not supposed to be judging books by their cover, but there's something about chapter 12 that got me hyped, so I started with 12. I think I have to start from the chronological order, so I'll start with this, and then this. I'll tell you guys what happens in the future. I'm just here to show off my manga collection, so Okay, let's go for this one. Now, this one is another anime. I've watched. It's actually pretty good. It's a bit more of a romance anime, but it has a bit of action as well. And yeah, I haven't fully finished reading this yet. I only read like a few parts. Usually when I read my manga, I usually read up to 20 20 pages first, and after that, if I like it, I continue. But if it's not my type, I usually go to a different manga. So that's usually what happens. Okay, let's go to another one. Oh, this one's my favorite. I read this at work, and people were looking at me on why I read this. This is a bit of horror. It has a bit of uncomfortable scene, but it has ecchi. Like, oh god, like there's a lot of parts here that's like horror, sexual, and it has a bit of vampire theme into it. Like, I want to show you guys some pages. Like, holy shit, this is pretty good. Not gonna lie, and I'm not sure if kids should be seeing these, but it's really good. It has a bit of ecchi in it, like I said. I've been reading this at work, and this is actually one of my favorite. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I read this at work before, and people were looking at me because they were thinking like, what the hell are you reading? And I'm telling them, mind your own business. But this is a pretty good book, I must say. So yes, let's go to the next one. Okay, this one is fine. It's not too good, but not too shabby, I guess. It's okay, but I think I like the other ones better. I already fully finished this already. I haven't got all of the other chapters yet, but based on this chapter alone, I don't know the full details. It's pretty good. I already finished this from top to bottom, so I don't really want to talk too much about this because it didn't really catch my attention too much, but I like this one better. That's just my opinion. Now let's go to Vampire Hunter D. Now I like this as well. Now this is a horror one. Like, it's like a 90s horror anime, and I think it is. It seems to be taken from this kind of theme. And I took the original Japanese version because, like I said, I love buying Japanese stuff. And when I got this manga, when I saw it was on sale, I immediately got it as well because I love Vampire Hunter D, believe it or not. I only got chapter 5, but maybe in the future I might get the other chapters as well, depending on how well my work performance goes. So, your boy's gotta work. I gotta make sure I protect my collection and my hobbies. So it's not gonna be an easy thing. But about this, it's horror. It's very serious. It's a bit grim, and it's a bit gothic. But aside from that, I think it's a good read. So, all right. Next, this one. Typical shonen manga. It's okay. Haven't fully finished it yet, but it's okay. All right. I don't want to talk too much about this because I haven't fully started on it yet. Next, this one. This one's a bit more like a typical. I wouldn't really say typical. I read this, but not the whole thing. And basically, it's about a high school anime. It's high school anime, high school manga that talks about school stuff. They talk about girls. They talk about adventures. And upon checking this out, I got this from my collection because I heard from other people that this is actually a good manga, and I haven't sunk my teeth too deeply into it, so I don't really know too much, but overall, I think it's good. Satisfactory at best, that's what I'd give it. Okay, let's go to the last one. Okay, Manga Messiah Melik. Now, the rise and the fall of kings and nations. Now, this is more of an American manga because manga is supposed to be this way, but for some reason this one's done this way. This is more of an American style, and I got this manga because it takes place in my favorite part of the Bible, and I'm not really a religious person, don't get me wrong. I'm not really a religious person. I believe more in science, but the reason why I picked this manga specifically is because the chapter here, the characters they talk about in this specific chapter, it's the one I find most interesting in the Bible, and it's very interesting for me to find a manga that makes it translated into English and makes it into a full animated Japanese style story. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's really good, I must say. I plan to get the others, but it's very difficult for me to find the others. Like, maybe online I'll try to find more in the future, but this is the one I've got, and I think it's the one I'm most attached to. I only have 3 manga that's English, so let's go on that. Manga Melek, it's number 1. this one as well, and let's see. Oh yeah, Tsubasa as well, right over here. So my only 3 English manga is Tsubasa and Pokemon White, Victini, and Zekrom, and The Rise and Fall of Kings and Nations Manga Milik. So these are the 3 only English manga I have. In the future, I plan to collect more. But overall, like, let's count how many manga I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So overall I have 22 manga in total. Now, for me, I'm not really the type to collect whole sets of manga because I love collecting different types of manga and variety. I just try to pick a specific chapter or chapters that relate to me. So if there's a specific type of manga that you guys think it's great, you guys can always type it in the comment section. You guys can tell me what you guys have in mind. In the future, I plan to get Dragon Ball or Naruto, but I want to get some different ones as well. I'm planning to get the Death Note manga, the one where Light uses the eraser for Death Note, because that wasn't shown in the anime. That was only manga only, and it's very difficult for me to find a copy of that. But if I do find a copy of that, I plan to add it to my collection because it's actually one of a kind. So, you know, that's one of my favorite. Now, in terms of, I'm gonna go answer a question. Like, people are gonna ask me, out of this collection, the ones that are Japanese, which one is the best read? I would have to say this one, because I already watched the anime and I read the manga. There are some few differences. This one's pretty interesting, but I just want to give you guys a heads up. This is an LGBT manga. If you guys are into LGBT stuff, like, it's pretty much fine. I only read this because I wanted to know the concept. Like, I read some, or watched some anime that involves isekaiing their MC and turning them into a girl and shit. Like, I wanted to know, like, many anime are using that cliche. It even happened to Kirito. Kirito turned into a freaking girl in Gun Gale Online Season 2. So, you know, the idea has been recycled over and over, but I want to see how it's being done in different kinds of aspects. And this one's the first time it's been done in a romance way. So, it's not so much of a power-up fighting anime, but it's more or less high school romance kind of anime, and I wanted to see what it can do, and it did not disappoint. Like, don't get me wrong, I disagree with certain stuff of it, but it's a good read. So out of all of the other stuff I read, besides from Kaguya is my favorite. Like, it was given to me by my friend. Kaguya-sama is good. It's my favorite manga. So aside from this, these 3 are good. Anyways, that's all I have to say for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys have any plans for me to read another manga chapter or chapters, it doesn't have to be a whole collection, just type it in the comment section below. And I think that's it. So I think we're finished here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. So goodbye, guys. Goodbye. Have a nice day.